where does poor James end up now? He ends up in the prison mess hole. But he's not alone. Yeah, there's Eddie.
Killing a person ain't no big deal. Just put the gun to their head. Pow. You killed him? But it wasn't my fault. He made me do it.
Calm down, Eddie. Tell me what happened.
That guy, he had it coming. I didn't do anything. He just came after me. Besides, he was making fun of me with his eyes, like that other one.
Just for that, you killed him?
What do you mean, just for that?
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
Oh yeah? Why not? Till now I always let people walk all over me. Just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too.
Eddie?
I was just joking, James. He was dead when I got here, honest. Anyway, I gotta run.
You're going out there alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie?
Eddie does not seem to be a well person. It's a corpse. The body is marked with bullet holes. Now that looks like a key next to the corpse, but I'm pretty sure that's just a spoon. If there are goodies in here that we want to grab. I think there's a save point in here too. There it is. But we're not going to use it just yet. But that is important. That is the tablet of Gluttonous Pig. And that painting up there, hard to get a good look at it, looks a whole lot like the mess hall that we're in. And we're now starting exploring our next big area, and that's the prison underneath Toluca Lake. There's some documents on the desk. They've got nothing to do with me. Yeah, but the handgun bullets do. We don't have a map of the area yet, but I know we'll find one soon. Just want to be careful. These areas are a little on the cramped side, and there are line figures crawling around all over the place. And there's the Tablet of the Seductress. It's another important item that we're going to want down here. In fact, I can hear another line. Oh, I can see the other line figure. There we go, stomp it. You know, for saying that I want to avoid fighting too many of these monsters, I'm sure killing more of them than I would have liked. There we go, there's a map of the area. You can see on the left are all the different rooms and all the different cells, and on the right is a big old courtyard. We're going to want to check out that courtyard eventually. In fact, we can actually go and do it right now. We'll be heading back this way shortly. Or can we? There we go. Now some of these cells we can go in, some of them we cannot. And some of them have lion figures in them. Like this one, we can go in, and we find handgun bullets. Oh, almost got me. There we go, a wax doll. And there are books. Books are scattered all over the bed and floor. On Sacrifice and the Art of Demon Summoning, Tome of the Seer, Feast of the Succubi, The Fallen Angels of Mercy and Favor. I guess I shouldn't worry about these too much. Well, maybe you shouldn't, but we probably should. Black Magic from the Abyss, Resurrection of the Dead, The Chronicle of Agrippa, The Manuscript of the Iron Rings. Guess I shouldn't worry too much. Now, some of these symbols on the walls and stuff look like symbols we saw in the first game. Alright, now you may not be able to see anything in there, and neither can I really, but there is a creature targeting my auto-aim. I cannot get a look at it. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's because whatever it is, it's actually transparent. I can't see it. And it's just making noises. And it kind of sounds like it's saying ritual over and over again. That's another one of those weird things that have been bothering Silent Hill players for a while. I'm not positive of this, but I think it's a one of the roach monsters. Or some monster that can't, really hit you, that's just stuck there. Ah, I knew you were coming. There's more rifle ammunition. There are bloodstained clothes here. Looks like the lock is broken. Well, we're not getting through there. We do want to go through here, but not yet. Alright, here's a cell we could get into. Burning Man. Looks like a big hole or big building on fire. "436 people at a recital." That's Burning Man still. Woman in Flight. Looks like this was a cell for some sort of very artistic prisoner. There's even paintings on the wall and stuff. I hear something stomping around. Looks like it's above us. Oh, what do we have here? Tablet of the Oppressor. Alright, now we have all three of the well, I should at least show you the three tablets. Metal tablet with seductress drawn on one side. Found it in the shower room. Well, of course you would. Where else would you find it? Metal tablet with gluttonous pig drawn on one side. Found it in the dining room. Yeah, that looks pretty gluttonous. And a tablet with the oppressor drawn on one side. Found it in the cell. Yep, seems oppressive. The iron bar door is tightly closed. Can't force it open. Well, dang it, now we're stuck in here. There are magazines here, but nothing of particular interest. Come on, there's gotta be a way out, right? Maybe that guy saying ritual can help us? Nah. All that happens is after a while it will open. We're going to go back the way we came. Not too far. Now those 3 tablets are supposed to represent different characters that we've come across during the course of the game. Now I've always had the impression that the gluttonous pig was Eddie, and that the seductress is Maria. But the oppressor is the one that kind of confused me a little bit. But taking a look at it, I had 2 thoughts, that it could either be, you know, our buddy Pyramid Head, or it could possibly be James. But that's for reasons we'll find out a little bit later. I'm also thinking it could possibly have to do with Angela. But we're going to use these tablets here. I give you blood to atone for the 3 sins, is written on the top of the painting. Beneath the painting are 3 square depressions. Now this is another one to take a look at. So that is very clearly 2 people with triangles on their heads, with spears, flanking a person hanging from a rope. Which if you take a look, well, look where we are. We're on the gallows. I am pretty much positive that this means that Pyramid Head, that horrible monster that's been chasing us around, is a representation of these old executioners from Civil War times. Well, let's use our plates. Come on, plates. Well, we gave blood to atone for the sins. Now, it sure as heck sounded like somebody just got killed. In fact, we can, if we wanted to, we can even go up here and check out the platform. There are 3 ropes hanging from the scaffold. Can't really do anything with these ropes, but I think we can jump off. Yep. Now we're going to get out of here before something terrible happens. Got a horseshoe. I'm almost positive that if you spend enough time in here, you'll start hearing what sounds like horses running around the area. And I hear something running around the area. A lying figure. I don't want to deal with you. Are there any more cells over here we can go in? Oh, okay. Maybe I should have shown you some of the other rooms first, but this looks like one of those areas where prisoners would talk with guests, you know, with the glass between them, and they talk to each other on phones. Well, it looks like something just smashed through that to get over here. And I always thought that would make a great scare, that if James went into one of these rooms, and on the other side of the glass, we saw our buddy Isosceles' skull, just standing there, just looking at him. But we're almost done with the prison. There is something around here I want to find, though. Oh, lovely. We found the bathroom. I knock on the door, but there is no answer. Well, I don't know why that didn't trigger, but sometimes if you knock on that door, and as you start to walk out, somebody knocks back. Well, there's a save point. No, we should probably save again soon. I don't think we need to just this moment. You're a little slow on the trigger there, James. That's not good when there are horrible monsters rummaging around trying to kill you. There's a magazine here. I've never seen it before. Probably a locally published magazine. Toluca Lake, the town's main tourist attraction. This clear, beautiful lake has another side as well. A lot of things have other sides here in Silent Hill. It may seem like a typical ghost story that you might find in any number of old towns across this country, but in this case the legend is true. On a fog-bound November day in 1918, the Little Baroness, a ship filled with tourists, failed to return to port. A newspaper article from back then simply says, it most likely sank for some reason. Despite an extensive police search, not a single fragment of the ship, nor any of the 14 bodies of passengers or crew, has ever been recovered to this day. In 1939, an even stranger incident occurred. There are many pages torn out. Many corpses rest at the bottom of this lake. Their bony hands reach up towards the boat that pass overhead. Perhaps they reach for their comrades. Yeah, that's a little bit creepy. But that's something that was actually also used in a future Silent Hill game. It's not a game I really like to talk about, but I might as well mention it. It's Silent Hill the Arcade, and it's a shooting game. And the game is, at least in part, about what happened to that boat. It's also a on-rails shooter game, which couldn't have missed the tone of Silent Hill if it was directed by Christopher Gans. But we got a hunting rifle now, which is the most powerful gun we're going to find in this game. And we're going to save it. Oh, hi! I could have sworn I stumped you to death. We're going to save that rifle for bigger, nastier enemies. Maybe we'll see some of these bigger, nastier enemies soon. There's a cover on the ground, but I can't open it. There's only a depression where there was probably once a handle. Alright, Silent Hill. This is where we get to enjoy its adventure game roots. And we have to combine some items you probably wouldn't think to combine. Like this wax doll, this lighter, which we will use to melt the wax doll, and then this horseshoe. Which we will use to make a makeshift handle. Now James is about to jump down another hole. I want you just kind of, again, keep your eyes open on the orientation of the room. Now where are you, James? Locked. Locked. And locked. And James has found the morgue. Did that just move? Or was it only my imagination? I don't know, James. And look, they've been piling these bodies up. You can see pairs of feet. My God, in the hole. I didn't see that. I don't know what you saw, but it's probably terrible. The corpses smell nauseatingly of rotten flesh. The corpse? Into this hole? Yeah, buddy. There's a hole in the floor. I can't see the bottom. How far does this thing go? It goes deep, my friend. And look where we are again. Another hole? Do I really have to drop through it? Yeah, you do. Oh, poor James. It looks like the lock is broken. I can't open it. Oh, but he's got his eyes on something. And there are a couple little goodies in this elevator waiting for us. I want you to remember that. We jumped down all those holes, and now we're in an elevator. An elevator which just closed on us. And is going down. Now, you know it's a Konami game if they can't help but put an elevator stage in. Thankfully, though, there are no men in sneaking suits, nor are there any foot soldiers that are going to jump in here with us. We just have to enjoy the ride down, 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 down. Alright. Where'd this thing drop us off? I'll drop us off at a save point, which we are going to take advantage of. And we are now entering the Labyrinth. Can't get through here because of the wire stretched across the path. And I hear you, troublemaker. The Labyrinth is kind of like nowhere from the first Silent Hill. It kind of feels like it shouldn't really exist. But sure enough, here it is. It's not a very long area, but it's possibly very dangerous. And this is part of the reason why it's dangerous. Ow. Because our friend Chrome Dome is down here waiting for us. We have no reason to fight with him. We can't deal with him at all. And there are mandarins underneath us. It's not a good place to be. But it does have this. The Great Knife. A massive weapon wielded by Pyramid Head. Hard to use, but lethal. And hard to use is putting it lightly. It's immensely powerful, but it will slow you down even walking. You can't run, period. And even swinging it is tough. See, James has a hard time swinging this thing left and right. He doesn't get an overhand swing. But the damage it does is tremendous. But we're not going to use it. It keeps us way too slow. And our friend is outside, waiting for us. So we need to be able to book it. Go back up this ladder. I'm gonna try to sneak past you. And you. And now is coming up another little puzzle. We enter this room, and it looks like there's nowhere to go. But if you see, there are depressions on the floor and on the walls that kind of look like doors. And if we walk outside, we see this big statue, and it looks like a square block with faces on it. We want to manipulate this block. As we turn the block, we can turn it left and right, up and down, spin it around, and so forth. We change the orientation of the room behind us. Like right now, it's blocked off. We can't get in there. Still blocked off. We gotta move this block around until we find the right orientation that will let us not only into the room, but out of the room on the other side. I do not remember it offhand, so I usually just play around with it until I find it. Nope. There we go. James gets to go down another long hallway, and well, looky who it is.
You're alive! Maria, I thought that thing killed you. Are you hurt bad?
Not at all, silly.
Maria? That thing, it stabbed you. There was blood everywhere.
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
It chased us to the elevator, and then
James, what are you talking about?
just before, don't you remember?
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
I love this line.
I'm not your Mary.
I love the way she delivers that line.
So, you're Maria?
I am. If you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real. Don't you want to touch me?
I don't know.
Come and get me. I can't do anything through these bars.
Okay. Stay right there. I'll be there soon.
One of our viewers is saying he would have shot her by now. Well, after that line of dialogue, you would kind of want to be really careful around her. I said that I really loved the way she said that, I'm not your Mary. Because it feels both like a statement, like a serious statement, like, no, I'm not her. But at the same time, it also feels like she's threatening him. Alright, now we're not going to stick around. We're going to leave Maria alone. Maria, who seems to have no idea what happened to her back in that hallway when Red Pyramid was chasing us around. We could turn around and go back and see her again, but like I said, she's a bad influence on James, so we're going to spend as little time with her as possible. And somebody sabotaged the fuse box. But we get a wire cutter, and we happen to have gone by an area where we could have used some wire cutters. Okay, avoid all those jerks. Most of the lying figures over here should be dead, so we should be safe. And we're gonna cut our way through the barbed wire.